The stage is set and the tools are ready, and the stakes have never been higher. Several ambitious mechanics in training sign up for a chance to prove themselves, to show what it takes, not just for the bragging rights, but for a shot to win $350,000 in cash and prizes. Now is the time to find out who truly has the skills and determination to rise above the rest. In one round, all 4 teams will face off in a high-pressure battle of knowledge. Now only 3 will move forward, and 1 team, regrettably, will be eliminated. In round 2, the remaining teams will get their hands dirty, putting together their skills in a practical. Now, we're not going to tell them what they're going to be working on, right? Some of them believe it's going to be some sort of engine, but we're not telling them. But what that is, it is a time race, right? And another team will be sent home. Comes down to the final showdown. 2 teams, 1 last chance, and only 1 winner. Who will take the title of 2025's LIG Master Mechanic? Who will you be rooting for? Don't miss a moment of the action. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Lewis Industrial and catch every new episode Saturday at 8 p.m. Welcome to LIG's Master Mechanics Competition. I'm Ron Walker, your quiz master. The teams going up against each other today will be Result Runners and Strike Force. All right, so gentlemen, welcome. So it seems that our first match is going to be a very exciting match. It's going to be 2v3. All right, so tell you what, let's take a moment to introduce ourselves to the wonderful audience, starting with
Brother McLeod,
Jaime Dimit,
Brother Miller.
All right, well, gentlemen, tell us a little bit about yourself, man. Come on. The people want to know. The fans want to hear from you. Tell them about yourself.
All right, so Brother McLeod, like I said, student at the University of Technology, studying mechanical engineering. Have a passion for auto since I was very young. Have experience working on heavy-duty vehicles, trucks, tractors, and yeah.
Excellent.
Jaime Dimit. I enjoy working on trucks and also learning the trade of the mechanical field. I love to also experience a lot more new things relating to the mechanical field also.
Brother Miller, currently a mechanic/entrepreneur, trying to drive everything that man has made with an engine and trying to pursue an extension of my career into the electrical/hybrid field.
And Team Result Runners.
My name is Trevor Mullins. I'm a car enthusiast.
My name is Trevor Richards, and I love cars also, especially fast cars. And I'm more into engine and rebuilding them.
Okay. All right, well, gentlemen from both teams, welcome and good luck to you both. All right, we'd like to thank our judges for match 1 for being here. Peter John Ferguson, Business Development Manager at Automotive Art, and Sheldon Rose, Senior Supply Chain Manager at Lewis Industrial Group. Gentlemen, welcome. All right, now it's time to get into the breakdown. Our general auto knowledge round will be divided into 3 parts: general knowledge, mystery category challenge, and the buzzer round. Now, the goal of this round, gentlemen, is very, very simple. Accumulate as many points as possible to secure your spot into the semifinals. Now, the team with the lowest score at the end will be placed in our redemption round. You have another chance to make it to the semifinals, okay? Right? But that's where you will be facing the losing team from the next round, all right? Cool? So, let's begin with general knowledge. And before we begin, I would like to do a coin toss. So, if I could have the captains of the team just stand for me real quick. All right. So, Result Runners, as you have the least amount of players, you get to choose to call or if you want to pass it on. All right. Matter of fact, meet me in the middle, please. So, as you have one less person, you get to choose if he calls or if you want to call the coin toss. You're choosing? All right. So, he chose heads. But tell us I can't flip coin. All right, I'm flipping it. Here we go.
Tails.
No, well, choose heads already. Come on. What we say?
Tails.
Tails, it's tails. So, you playing first or you making them play? You gonna let them go first? All right. So it is going to be result runners going in first. So I'm about to explain how we do it in the first round. Now each team will have 1 minute to answer as many questions as possible, back to back. Now if you're unsure about the question, your team may pass and move on. So gentlemen, don't eat up your time. If you're not sure, pass. There's no penalty to you, okay? Now, we have two little things in this section called lifesavers. Now, you can only use it once in this round, right? We have hit the brakes, and for you, Strike Force, because you have made result runners go first, you can choose to hit the brakes where, while they're answering a question, you can press your buzzer to interrupt them and answer the question. Now, if you are correct, your team will win for themselves 4 points. 4 points, but if you get it wrong, there will be a penalty of 4 points. But not to fret, if you get it wrong, we have another one of our lifesavers called second chances. You have a second chance for your team to answer the question correctly. But again, I'm repeating, you can only use these once in this round, okay? All right, let's get started. Result runners. All right, if we could have the time running. So again, you have 1 minute. I'm going to go as fast as possible as not to eat up any of your time. All right, the time will begin as soon as I finish reading the first question. Result runners, are we ready? All right, excellent. What does OEM stand for?
Original equipment manufacturer.
Correct. What is the difference between a V6 and a V8 engine?
Difference between a V6 and a V8.
V6 has 2 additional cylinders.
Incorrect. What does the oil light on my dashboard mean?
The oil light on the dashboard indicate to the driver whether the oil pressure is low.
Correct. What is the linkage often associated with? What is linkage often associated with?
Suspension.
All right, we'll go to the judges on that one. What determines the oil pressure of the engine?
The light on the dash.
All right, that's our time. So we'll go to the judges for that one. Judges, if you could, at the end of the round, if you could just let me know what is the linkage often associated with, to let me know if they got that one correct. So our judges have spoken. What is linkage often associated with? Unfortunately, result runners got that question wrong. We're now moving on to Strike Force minute in this section. All right, Strike Force, are we ready? All right, excellent. Your minute will start as soon as I finish the first question. What does ATF stand for in transmission system?
Automatic transmission fluid.
Correct. What is meant by acceleration in a vehicle?
Acceleration is speed over time.
All right. What are the 3 major systems in a vehicle?
You have powertrain,
Body, which is electrical.
chassis, and electrical.
Correct. What is a typical operating oil pressure for an engine's oil pump?
25 to 65 psi.
All right, we'll ask the judges for that one. What are the 3 basic types of U-boats?
Square, round, and semi-round.
Correct. All right, that's it. I will now go back to the judges for that question. Correct? All right, our judges will be giving Strike Force the correct answer. The question again was, what is the typical operating oil pressure for an engine oil pump? Correct answer being 10 to 60 psi. So they did get the answer correct. All right, we're going into our second minute for result runners. Here we go. Again, your minute will begin when I finish the question. What does OBD2 stand for in a vehicle diagnostic?
OBD2 stand for oxygen. Say oxygen sensor.
All right, correct. What material is most commonly used in making mechanical gears?
Eel.
Correct. What tool is used to check the concentricity of valve seats?
Dial indicator.
Correct. What condition is being checked when the cylinders are measured at both the top and bottom?
Diameter.
Correct. Leaf springs with no eyes are referred to as? Leaf springs with no eyes are referred to as?
No bushing.
Alright, that's the end of the minute. I didn't get to hear the answer. What was the answer?
No bushing.
Alright, regrettably that is incorrect. Alright, strike force. We're moving on to your second minute. What does U-joint stand for in a truck drivetrain component?
Universal.
Correct.
Universal.
What does turbocharger do in a truck engine?
Increase the air pressure entering the engine. Amount of air going into the engine.
Alright, we'll go to the judges for that one. Could you repeat your answer for the judges, please?
Increase the volume of air going into the engine.
Alright, judges are awarding. Alright, excellent. What is the outcome of a leaking manifold?
If it's the intake manifold, it changes the
Erratic
reading to
idling.
the sensor, so
Yeah.
idling can be rough. Misfire, lean,
The
lean
question
mixture.
was, what is the
Aye.
outcome of a leaking manifold? That's not the answer we were looking for, I believe. We'll go back to the judges for that one. What happens during combustion in an engine?
The air fuel mixture is ignited, in creating an increase in temperature and pressure, which causes force. Pause the engine.
Stand no more.
Alright. Checking again with my judges. Did the correct answer come before the buzzer? Yes. Alright, so they got the point. That's the end of the general knowledge section, and unfortunately, none of our two teams used their lifesavers this round, but that's fine. It's a strategy. You didn't want to risk it. That's totally fine. I actually have some excellent news for Strike Force. The judges have seen it fit to reward you the point for the question. What is the outcome of a leaking manifold? Congratulations, Strike Force. Come on, guys. Say it to yourself. Come on. Sure. So that now leaves our point standing at 5 points for result runners and 8 points for Strike Force. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Yes, bro.
All right, good. We're going to take a quick commercial break where we'll hear from our sponsor. Stay tuned for LIG's Master Mechanic Competition.
From premium lubricants to genuine auto parts, we provide expert support and reliable customer service. Call 888-SHOP-LIG, your trusted source for lubricants, auto parts, heavy-duty tool, and equipment. Jamaica's future is being built by skilled hands, and Heart NSTA Trust is leading the charge. From world-class training to real job opportunities, we're transforming lives and powering our nation's growth.
Welcome back to the Master Mechanics Competition. I am happy that you stuck around, hoping to get a snack and everything. Let me remind you of the points. Right now we have result runners at 5 points and Strike Force with 8. Congratulations, Strike Force. So we're now moving on to the mystery category round. So 4 categories will be shown on screen, and you must choose one category and answer all questions in that category. You have 1 minute to answer, and remember, there are no lifesavers in this section, right? So we're going to begin with Strike Force this time. All right, Strike Force. So again, for the interest of time, I won't be telling you if your answers are correct or incorrect. All right, Strike Force. So again, we will begin. So Strike Force, there it is. Strike Force. All right, need you to pick a category.
Auto body.
All right, so Strike Force has chosen auto body as their question for their minute. Again, your minute will begin when I finish the question. All right, and Strike Force, let's begin. What is paint protection film?
It is a clear coating which is placed on top of the base paint, which offer a protective layer
From chips and abrasives.
and contaminants.
What actions should be taken if the vehicle's paint starts to fade?
A paint treatment method which can entail waxing, clay bar, buffing and polishing.
Why is a primer applied before painting a vehicle panel?
To protect the base metal from oxidization such as rust, which would lead to corrosion.
All right. What type of cloth is best for buffing and drying a car?
Microfiber.
What is the difference between polishing and waxing a vehicle?
So, waxing would entail using a
Wax for protection, while polishing is for shining and beautification.
luster.
All right. What type of paint is more? And that is the 1 minute for Strike Force. All right. So we're now moving on to result runners. If we could just put up back the categories. So result runners, be reminded that auto body repair is now off the table for you to select. So we have auto history, filters, and lubricants. Which category you're feeling lucky with?
Lubricants.
Lubricants?
Yes.
All right, gentlemen, I feel it that you guys can turn this around. So lubricants is the chosen category. Here we go. 1 minute on the clock, there it is. All right, result runners. Lock in. All right. What happens if the wrong type of lubricant is used in a gearbox or differential?
Can cause overheating.
Or clocking.
What does the W stand for in the multigrade oils like 10W30?
It shows the type of the viscosity of the oil, whether it's thin or thick.
What role do additives in lubricants play?
Fast.
What lubricant is commonly used in gearboxes?
Gear oil.
What is the difference between synthetic and conventional oil?
Synthetic, it's more for higher pressure, for go through more heat.
What does the TBN in oil analysis represent?
Pause.
Which lubricant is typically red and used in power steering systems? All right, that is that minute for result runners. So our judges are tallying their scores and we'll let you know how much that comes up to. Waiting for the judges to tally. And while our judges tally, I want to do a quick check-in on the teams. Strike Force, how we feeling? How we feeling while the judges tally?
Great, wonderful. We got
Feeling
this.
great.
If you guys win, what are you gonna do with the prize?
Buy additional tools.
Fox.
Additional
Tools for sure.
Okay.
Tools for sure.
All right, and result runners, same question. If you guys win, what are you gonna do with the prize?
Buy some tool.
Tools.
Yeah.
So the popular answer is tools.
Can't have enough tools.
Can't
have enough tools.
without tools.
Oh, well, there you go. Excellent question from one of our producers. What type of tools we're buying with the prize?
A transmission jack, engine stand. I've got a few already, so there's a few more pending on the list.
Interesting. What type of tools you guys buying?
Well, I buy some like car lift and transmission jack also.
All right, well, you know what the beautiful thing about that, gentlemen, is that everything that you guys are asking for is sold at LIG. So yeah, man, you have to link LIG, absolutely. So big up to LIG for that. All right, I think our judges are done. So remember, if you guys win, everything you need, right at LIG. Here are the scores. Right, we're going to start with Strike Force. Strike Force holding strong with a force with 12 points. Congratulations, Strike Force. And result runners not too far behind, right on the heels of Strike Force with 8. So congratulations to both teams. End of this section. We're now going to take a quick commercial break where we'll hear from our sponsors.
From premium lubricants to genuine auto parts, we provide expert support and reliable customer service. Call 888-SHOP-LIG, your trusted source for lubricants, auto parts, heavy-duty tool, and equipment.
All right, welcome back from that break, and thank you so much again to our sponsors for being a part of this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful initiative. The point standing, result runners with 8. And Strike Force with 12. All right, now this is the most exciting part of the competition. It is the buzzer section. And how we work it here, gentlemen, when I hear the buzzer, I will acknowledge. Right, so wherever I'm reading the question, that is where I stop, and you have to answer. You have 3 seconds to answer. In this section, you are awarded 2 points for every correct answer. But for every incorrect answer, you are deducted 2 points. Result runners. We have wonderful, wonderful news for you. In this section, because you have the lowest points, your first incorrect answer, there will be no penalty for the first incorrect answer. Okay? So this is the section, guys, where you can actually turn it around. All right? So let's test those buzzers. Let's hear them. All right, so this is a game of speed. Right? Do not answer until I have acknowledged your side. Okay? So I have to call your team's name before you answer the question. All right? All right. This is a monitor question. So please look at the monitor and identify the following logo. All right, that is from result runners.
Data and parts.
All right. Also another monitor question. So look at the monitor and identify the following logo.
PAI.
All right, excellent. The next question is, a true or false, any type of wax can be used on a freshly... Result runners came first.
No.
False.
False.
All right, riddle me this, riddle me that. I'm filled with fuel, but not a drink. I help your engine stop and think. What am I? All right, that is Strike Force.
Fuel tank.
All right, look at the monitor and answer the question. Well, look at the monitor and identify the logo.
Slave cylinder.
All right, Strike Force, wait for me to acknowledge you and thank you for correcting me. Identify the part. Again, we, true or false, AWD all-wheel drive is the same as. All right, that is over to result runners.
False.
All right, riddle me this, riddle me that. I grip the road and roll all day without me. All right, that came from Strike Force. All right, look at the monitor and identify the part. Oh, sorry, that is result runners.
Yes. The rear axle.
All right, true or false, a hybrid vehicle uses only electric motor. That is Strike Force.
False.
Riddle me this, I make a loud sound, and that is the end of the minute and end of the game. Right, so we'll now be seeing who will be moving on to the semifinals and who will be going on to our redemption round. We're waiting on the judges to deliberate. Excellent played from both teams. Right, I'm actually extremely proud of you guys. Right, the fact that you have taken on this challenge, it is very, very, very commendable. And trust me, in the future, bright. Remember, guys, fortune favors the bold. Right, so you have to take risk in life. We're going to sudden death. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to sudden death. Wow. Result runners, how you feel about that? That means you have tied the game to go to sudden death. How do you feel about that?
Feel good.
Feel alright.
Wow.
Great, man.
Hey, that's why we're telling you, it was 2v3 and the 2 is holding firm and strong. All right, no problem. We're going into sudden death. So put 1 more minute on the board for me, please. Going into sudden death. All right. Look at the monitor and identify the logo. All right, that came from Strike Force.
Total Energies.
All right. True or false, an automatic transmission requires it. That came from Strike Force.
False.
False.
Riddle me this. I make a loud sound when pressed with force, warning others, of course. What am I? That is coming from. Alright, result runners, please wait to be acknowledged. Yes. Alright. Look at the monitor and identify. Result runners.
Chuck, Mark Chuck.
Alright, excellent. True or false, household cleaners are safe to use. That came from result runners.
False.
Alright, riddle me this. Change me when I'm dirty and black. And that's coming from Strike Force.
Engine oil.
Alright, look at the monitor and identify the. Alright, that came from Strike Force.
International truck.
Alright, true or false, a V8 engine has 8 cylinders. That came from Strike Force.
True.
Alright, riddle me this. I tell you how fast we go, and that is the minute of an exciting lightning buzzer round. Wow. Okay, alright, result runners came alive in the final buzzer round. I am so proud of result runners. Hey, no, clap for yourself, guys. Good job. So this, we love sportsmanship, you know. This is what we come. This is what it's all about. Each one help one. I love that. We love the support. We love the support. So we're waiting on the judges to tally. Boy, guys, I couldn't even get the questions out. Great job.
Come to win.
We are the ones that have catch it first.
Yeah. Yes, they can't come so far and make them take it from me, right? Yes. Don't worry yourself. Then we do it. Because they're determined to share up that prize by 2, not 3.
Try again.
Let me see now. We're waiting on it. Is that the time? Oh, okay. All right, excellent. So we're waiting on those results. All right. So our judges have tallied, subtracted and added again. And we have now arrived at the end where one team will move on to our redemption round and the other safe to move on to our semi-finals. Ladies and gentlemen, with a final score of 22, it is result runners moving on to our redemption round. And our winners for this round, Strike Force with a whopping 26 points. All right, congratulations. Can we have the captain shake hands? So good sportsmanship right here. Right here in the middle, man. Well, tell you no. Let's go right in the front, man. Yeah, man. Right around. And I like what he just said, see in the finals. He's encouraging them that they can bring it back in the redemption round. Great job, guys. Great job. Let's read for them. Wow. So, again, with the final scores, 22 to result runners and 26 to Strike Force. Guys, that was an exciting round. But result runners, fret not, you are getting a second chance in that redemption round to fight for the spot in the semi-finals. You're not out yet. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week where our next 2 teams will face off to claim the title of the Ultimate Master Mechanic. Let's check back in with Omo for something nice for you guys.
4 teams are going head-to-head until the winning team is crowned the 2025 LIG Master Mechanic. I'm your Queen Omo, and we're in the Truck Zone, where we bring the behind-the-scenes scoops with all the contestants and their team. Right now, we're with the winning team, Strike Force from round 1, and our contestants,
Gregory Miller.
Jaime Dimit.
Bradwell McLeod.
All right, then. So I have some questions for you because I want to get into your head. How was the first round for you? Talk to me, Jane.
The first round was very heart-moving and very thrilling because some of the questions were very interesting.
All right, then. So talk to me. How was teamwork? How you felt working with your team for the first time in this competition?
The participation was great. There is no complaint from my end.
No difficult question. Anything where they throw you off a bit? Talk to me about it.
Yeah, they asked one. The manifold question kind of threw me off because it wasn't really specific, but work out in the end. Teamwork.
Where you say strike for strike true. Right, true. So I have some questions for the contestants themselves. Talk to me. I want to know something. What is your ideal car? If you could drive any car in this world for one day, what would that car be?
McLaren P1.
Why?
Seeing it in the Top Gear with, I think it's Jeremy Clarkson. And he came around the corner and he was talking about Spa and the way the car does a glide. It's a semi EV motor, so somewhat of a hybrid. So it had electric motors assisting the ICE engine, internal combustion engine, and it excelled. And it's a manual, topped it all.
Oh my God, me feel like someone know about no cars. I heard that you're an automotive student. Is that true? I have a question for you. What do you think makes a good mechanic versus a great mechanic?
A good mechanic. Well, a good mechanic versus a great mechanic is that they both know their mistakes and can always correct it.
I like that. Now, you know, we have all different types of races, Brad. We have drift race and we have drag race. Everybody have them own style. Not true. What's your style? And tell me why.
Oh, that one kind of tough. I think it's definitely going to be like rally racing. Rally racing because it kind of encompass everything. You're drifting it, you're going in straight lines, and it's a bit more challenging because you have the turns, the bad road. It's just way more interesting, more fun.
I like that. All right, I have a this and that for all three of you. One question I want you to give me an answer. Do you like a loud exhaust or like a silent EV? Talk to me where your vibe there is.
Calm and deadly.
It's like calm and deadly. All right, talk to me, Jaheim. Loud exhaust, silent EV.
Loud. I like things loud.
You like them loud? You like them loud?
Very loud.
All right, then. And Brad, what about you?
Sorry to the neighbors, be nice.
Be nice. All right, you heard it. We're in the truck zone, and these are the winners from round one. We'll see them in the next round. How are you feeling for the next round? Excited? Feel like I'm going to go win?
Ecstatic, man. Ecstatic. I can't wait for the finals. How we take home the trophy, you know? One strike force.
One strike force. All right, then all the best in the competition. I'm your Queen Omo, and we'll see you soon. It is the 2025 LIG Master Mechanics competition, and we are in the truck zone. Right now, we're with the team Result Runners, who just completed their first round of the competition. Result Runners, let me know who you are. Give me your name.
My name is Javon Richards.
All right, and?
My name is Trevor Mullins.
All right, then. And I know this was probably not the results we wanted, coming from Results Runners in the first competition, our first round of the competition, but that is okay. Let me hear from you. What was it like working with your team in this competition?
Well, it was great working with him because he answered most of the questions that I couldn't come up with at the time.
I like that. And I know that we're going into redemption round soon, so all is not dead, not true. So tell me, how do you plan to improve going into the next round?
Well, I plan to catch up on some of the questions that I really didn't know.
So guess what? We just got through the work and we want to have some fun. So I'm going to ask you some questions. You know, as an automotive student, I have a simple question for you. Automatic or manual? What's your vibes? Which one do you prefer?
My vibe is manual.
Why?
My reason is because I can change gear manually.
All right, then, easy peasy. So tell me something. I know that you love and adore trucks just as much as I do. What's your favorite truck out there? Which brand you prefer? Talk to me.
Well, my favorite brand of truck is Kenworth, specifically the W900.
All right, I like how you know your team. Now, as a girl, I pick cars based on how they look. You know, I like the color and everything. But I want to know more about it. So tell me something. I want to this or that. Simple question. I want you to pick your choice. Do you prefer a matte black car or a matte black truck or a candy red car or a candy red truck? Just talk to me which one, matte black or candy red. Talk to me.
I would prefer the matte black car because it have a little vibes to it, a little darkness.
I like that. Talk to me. Which color you go for?
Well, I'll go with the matte black as well.
Oh, so me alone I choose candy red. All right, no problem. I'm just a girl. All right, then. So I also have just one final question just to know where you are, you know. We have, you know, dream destinations across the world. And as auto mechanic students, you have somewhere you want to go. You have somewhere you want to sit in your car and drive out. What's your perfect road trip destination? You were supposed to call to your team member and say, well, jump in a car and go. Where you go? Talk to me.
Well, I would travel the whole of Jamaica.
You want to see the world?
Yeah.
All right, talk to me.
Well, you escaped from the tour.
So you can skate for the tour. That's all right then. Our destinations are our destinations. I want to thank you guys so much for just coming into the truck zone and talking to me. You know, we look forward to seeing you guys in the redemption round and bring yourself out successful. All the best in the competition and take care. We know that you've seen our players and you've fallen in love with someone who is on the team. So guess what? This is your chance to give them a boost. Head on over to our website, www.lewisindustrial.com, to vote for your favorite player of this round. And as we continue the competition, keep voting so they can keep winning. We are closing off the Truck Zone for the 2025 LIG's Master Mechanics for round 1. But it's fitting that we leave something nice for you, our beloved audience watching at home. And for that, for your chance to win $1,000 JMD credit, all we ask you to do is comment the answer below. What is the jakes in the truck used for? Let us know. With that being said, we'll see you in the next round of this competition. I'm your Queen Omo, and this is me tuning out.